So with New York Comic Con going on, you would expect a lot of stuff coming from there, but Marvel Studios typically doesn't really release a lot at cons anymore. You know, they kind of just let the news get out there from, I guess you could say, various leaks that gets confirmed rather fast. So we recently had the confirmation that Marvel Studios has fully commissioned a script to be developed based on the Dark Avengers. Now, Dark Avengers, if I'm not mistaken, is like nearing the almost decade-year-old mark, because it came right after Secret Invasion. Now, Secret Invasion, of course, included the Skrulls, which is kind of important to the story here. I'm going to kind of try to lay out for you guys. So, in the comics, essentially, once the Avengers were exposed as being infiltrated by these evil aliens who were working behind the scenes, Norman Osborn, who at the time was seen as a kind of good guy now, you know, leaving everything behind, goes, well, I can use this to my advantage. And while the Avengers are on the run, he forms a group of Avengers filled with a bunch of supervillains that obviously aren't known to everybody, and he starts scheming his own plans to take everything over. It's honestly one of the runs that first started to get me back into comics, along with, the fallout of Civil War and straight into Secret Invasion. So it holds a special place in my heart because it was such a crazy concept that it fully actually swung me back into Marvel Comics after I abandoned it like midway into the Ultimates. So, with that in mind, nothing is official yet, but Marvel does have a ton of active scripts in development. We know that Ironheart Riri Williams, there's a script out there. So if they decide to do it at any time, they can, and apparently that one is quite amazing. But you have to consider something here. If there's going to be a revelation in Captain Marvel or somewhere that somebody's a Skrull, and maybe that's going to be part of their next phase is going into that, then the logical step would be to maybe bring in Norman Osborn. Maybe he owns, the new Oscorp Tower, which was Avengers Tower, and maybe that's where he runs an evil sect of Avengers from. And honestly, I think that would be kind of cool and gives you a different spin on the Avengers. It's like, hey, look, it's kind of like the Suicide Squad of the Avengers, right? But, good and not the Suicide Squad, as in good movie and not bad movie, if you get what I'm saying. So honestly, I think this could really work out for their benefit, and branding out into different aspects of the Avengers is something they've said they wanted to. Now, if this moved forward or not, that's the big question here, and it all depends on how they're gonna see the future of it, I guess you can say. But I think Dark Avengers would be quite unique and different to draw a interesting audience in a parallel to what's been happening in all these comic book movies. So hopefully it gets made from a personal level, but you guys let me know your thoughts and would you want to see this?